of the moon. The moon, as you must have noticed, appears to change its shape constantly. Sometimes it is a silver sliver in the sky, sometimes a dazzling round disk, and sometimes it is nowhere to be seen. This changing appearance of the moon, when viewed from the earth, is called the phases of the moon. What causes the phases of the moon? The phases of the moon are caused due to the revolution of the moon around the earth. The moon, like the earth, does not emit any light of its own. It shines due to the reflected light of the sun. In actual fact, half the moon is always lit and half is in darkness. But when seen from the earth, the lit portion of the moon appears to grow or become smaller in the course of a month. This is a result of the constantly changing relative positions of the earth, the moon and the sun as they rotate and revolve in space. What are the different phases of the moon? The different phases of the moon are new moon, waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, third quarter, waning crescent, new moon or dark moon. Let us look at each of them in turn. When the moon is positioned between the earth and the sun, new moon occurs. The moon appears completely dark because its unlit side is facing the earth and the entire illuminated portion of the moon is facing away from the earth. As the moon continues along its orbit, the lit portion appears to grow till a crescent-shaped moon appears. This phase is called the waxing crescent. About a week after the new moon, the moon reaches a point in its orbit when it forms a 90-degree angle with respect to the earth and sun. At this point, half of the moon is lit up and half is in shadow. This is called the first quarter moon or the half moon. After the first quarter, the sunlit portion continues to increase till it forms the waxing gibbous. This moon is 3/4 full. Around 2 weeks after the new moon, the moon reaches the opposite side of the earth. Now, the entire sunlit part of the moon is facing the earth. This phase is called the full moon. After the full moon, over the next 2 weeks, the lit part of the moon wanes or appears to decrease in size, and all the phases occur in reverse. First comes the waning gibbous phase, when we can see 3/4 of the moon. Then comes the third quarter phase, when we can see half the moon again. After that comes the waning crescent. The moon then wanes until the light is completely gone, and we get a new moon once again. This completes one cycle of the phases of the moon. This cycle is repeated every 29.53 days, which is the time taken by the moon to make one complete revolution around the earth.